Hi guys, James here on Shelling Out. In today's episode, I'm going to be getting the brass roof vents that I took off on the last episode and taking them from basically looking like this to looking like this. I'm going to clean them up, show you how I'm doing that, and then I'm going to reinstall them on the roof and get the roof all watertight and finished off. So stay tuned. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this vent and I'm going to go first with a 120 grit sandpaper, then a 240, then a 320 and then a 500, and sand it all nice and smooth to get a lot of the staining out of it, because if you try and brasso it straight away like this, it just takes ages. So what I'll do, I'll start sanding it. How I'm doing it, I'm using one of these contouring pads and just sticking basically a sanding paper. So like this is a 120, and because it's Velcro, it will actually attach, and then you can work it round like that. So that's what I'm doing, and I'll stop in between each stage and show you what it looks like. So now I've got a 120 on that side, and do the same with 240, and work my way up with that. Just exactly the same as before with a 240 grid. So now 320, same thing. This just makes a final polish when you use a mop easier and quicker, because when you're using a cutting paste, all these lines you're trying to cut out, so you're trying to get them smooth, whereas if you get it smooth by hand first, then it makes it a lot easier for the last bit with the polishing. .500 grit, same thing. So now I don't know if you can see, there's a lot less lines in it, so that should make polishing easier. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get some brasso and start brassoing it, and then get the polishing mop on it, and then use some paste on it then, and then back to brasso to finish. So now what we're going to do is apply some cutting paste off the block straight onto there. So I'm going to carry on with this process now. As you can see, it's starting to come up nicely. So yeah, I'm still going to need more polish and paste putting on it. So yeah, I'm going to carry on with a drill, with a mop on it, keep polishing these, and I'll just alternate how much paste I'm using until I start to get the finish I want. Once I've got the finish I want, then I'll brasso and polish with the brasso then. But yeah, I'm not going to show you all the polishing because it's the same, but I'll show you when this is done what it looks like. Now you can see all the vents are finished and polished up. It's still not absolutely perfect, obviously, if you wind them no signs that they've been polished or anything, so no tiny scratches or anything. You're going to spend a lot longer and a lot more cutting pace. So I'm up on the roof now. We've got the vents all polished up and ready to be fitted. So I'm going to start on that. What I was going to say is the sun is absolutely blasting down on this roof, and I'm in shorts, and because of the colour, I'm actually absolutely fine. It's not even burning me. If I was on my roof on the other boat, I'd be having to get off it by now. I think with it being like that silvery white colour, it just reflects all the heat. So I think I've found a good colour choice for our roof, especially when it comes to being repainted. Because yeah, I like this, especially when you use a roof a lot to sit on and stuff. It's a good colour, I think. So these are all ready to be fitted now, all clean. What I'm going to use is Fixall high tack waterproof adhesive. I've used this a few times on the boat and at work and stuff. People do recommend to use Sikaflex, but anything that's waterproof and weatherproof should do the job. This is is it Sudal or something like that, the brand's called. I've used this a few times and I've never had a problem with it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a thin bead around here, not too thick, and then sit the vent on top and then screw the original screws back through. So a few weeks has passed since I started putting the vents on, so I've done the first two, now I'm on the back two. So what I'm doing is I'm actually using a 5mm tap and die set. I think this is a tap, and I think the die is a circle one. I might be wrong, let me know if I am. But basically I'm going to put a new hole, well, I'm just going to clear the holes that are already on the roof using this. It's 5mm metric, so the screws that are going in, the M5 brass screws that are going in are metric as well, so it should thread in really sweet. As you can see, a few weeks has passed because the roof is absolutely roofy now. The bikes and everything that have been going past, and the dust and the heat we've had, which is one of the reasons why it's took me so long to make this video, because it's just been way too hot. I started working on the boat and I just basically felt like I got a heat stroke. I had to go in and I was getting in a bad mood and all sorts. So yeah, I was just getting way too hot. It was like 32 degrees and the sun was baking down on me. But yeah, I'll carry on with this video so you can see what I'm doing. This is the end of a roller, which also doubles up as a paint stirrer, and the attachment for this, as I dropped it in the canal, the one that came with it. It works really well for this.
you can see now that that's all pushed in the inside, come out around the collar. So what I'll do, I'll give that a day to set, and then I can just Stanley knife that off all the way around. I'll clean this bit off now, but I know I've got a weather tight seal now all the way around. It doesn't come out too much at the front, which I'm quite happy about, so it's a pain to clean, but yeah, they should be nice and tight and not let any water ingress through them now. That's what they'll look like when they're all cut off and cleaned. So that's just the steel of the boat there where they've cut the vents in. So it's just a seal between the steel and the actual brass. So I've just washed off there. So I've just finished off doing all my roof vents. As you can see, they're all on now and they're shiny. So if you've enjoyed this video, I know I've restored them. Please let us know in the comment section. And as always, like and subscribe. Thanks again for all your support, guys, and I shall see you soon when I make another video.